Welcome back to another episode of War in Cali. In this episode, I will detail Shawn, Solo Fonteno, but you may also know him as Franklin from GTA 5. Solo was born Shawn Fonteno on April 8, 1968 in South Central. Solo will grow up in Watts and spend a lot of his time in various projects in the area. Growing up, he would have a hard life. He would suffer a lot of physical abuse from his stepfather, and he would run away and go live with his grandma. Solo would later join the 11-8 East Coast Crips in his early teenage years. He would later go to Locke High School, but would drop out by the 10th grade. Solo would die deep in the streets and start drug dealing early on. He was making so much money, to the level of 18 years old, he was able to buy his mom a house. But being in the streets would be seriously costly for Solo. He would get shot several times and had his baby mama kidnapped. He will also have his future wife kidnapped in a different situation. After several years of being in the streets, Solo wanted to make another way for himself, so he thought music would be the right way out. And by the late 1980s, Solo would build a relationship with rapper Cam, which they would make a rap group together, simply calling themselves Cam and Solo. Solo would later build a relationship with Ice Cube, who had just left NWA and started the Lynch Mob crew. He was one of the biggest rappers at the time, and they would go on the road with Ice Cube and get their first shot at the rapper life. Cam would get a solo deal, and Solo wouldn't be offered a contract, so he would focus on helping out Cam with his career and promoting him. Along the years, Cam and Solo would collab on several songs. Cam and Solo would later develop a beef with Ice Cube, and both sides would throw several shots at each other on several records. Cam would have personal issues with Ice Cube, and Solo would take matter into his own hands. Cam would later talk about what caused the beef between him and Ice Cube in several interviews.
So at what point did things start to really go bad between y'all two?
That's something we deal with every day. At least, where we come from, that's, it ain't really bad. That's not even really beef. That's not even really nothing. It's just, dude, I ain't feeling you, and if that's your position, okay, this is my position. It wasn't even, all the feelings and all that, if that's your, I did catch some underground, we did some little underground diss songs or whatever, and that might have turned it up a little bit.
Well, whoop whoop.
Well, I wasn't no underground. I did that after I heard some diss, like Crazy Tune tape or something.
Okay. So I didn't know about all this. So who did the first diss record?
I don't know. I might have did the first diss record on.
Ice Cube and his West Side Connection crew will also have beef with Cypress Hill. With everything going on, Solo and Ice Cube will run into each other, and they will have a fist fight. And let's just say, the fight wasn't in Ice Cube's favor. Solo will later take the Chain to a Cypress Hill concert before they confront Ice Cube Chain and disrespect him. Cam and Solo will both give their sides of the story in several interviews.
Cam and Solo came to me.
LA artists Cam and Solo were also in the middle of a business feud with Ice Cube. Meeting Solo at a Los Angeles traffic light, Ice Cube started a fight.
Knocked him down, knocked him out, woke him back up, whooped on his ass. Somehow his chain fell in my hand. I don't know how it got in my hand, but it fell in my hand. Then all of a sudden his Rolex started jumping off and coming into my hand. I don't know how that happened.
I guess Solo knocked out Cube and took his West Side Connection chain.
Solo, sporting Ice Cube's chain, showed up at a Cypress Hill show at the House of Blues in LA.
Be real, put it on and hold it all up into the crowd. Crowd go crazy. They go bananas off of it.
And we're like, take pictures with it.
You got a problem with my homeboy though. He's like, your homeboy got a problem with me, and then he's like, pull over, man. You know what I'm saying? And he pulled over.
So Cube actually pulled over?
Yeah.
He was by himself?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, like I said, it wasn't no punk move. He
He
just
stood up for himself?
Yeah. So I got to give him that.
But then Solo
stood up for himself.
got the best of him in that situation.
Yeah, but like I said, I wasn't there, and whatever I heard or whatever don't even matter.
Ice Cube and Cypress Hill were beefing at the time.
Yeah.
Okay. So Solo went and gave the chain to Be Real.
Nah, he didn't give it to Be Real. Nah, we
No?
just, I mean,
Didn't Be Real
Yeah.
hold it up at a concert?
Yeah, but he didn't give it to him, but he gave it to him to take, just to clown with.
Okay.
We was walking through the mall with it on. Like, I mean,
So Solo actually was wearing Ice Cube's chain around?
Yeah. I mean, that's just how to clown.
Outside of the controversy and outside of music, Solo will start being in movies, off his good relationship with DJ Pooh, who wrote and produced several movies. Solo will appear in the 2000 movie, 3 Strikes, and the next year, he will appear in The Wash, who stars Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. He will also appear in Beef 2 about the situation about Ice Cube's chain. 2004, Solo will have a few voice roles on GTA San Andreas, which his cousin Young Melee is the character of CJ. Solo's biggest break wouldn't come until about 2013, when he became the main voice role of Franklin on GTA 5. GTA 5 became one of the biggest games ever, and after almost 10 years, the game is still relevant, and as of now, it's the second highest grossing game ever. This will take Solo's life to another level, generating him money and several opportunities. Solo will act in several other movies and even write a book about his life and everything that he went through. Solo will also do several interviews describing his life and also the events around the Ice Cube situation and what caused their beef and their fight.
It's to the Don Mecca because people look at Cube as, he's the gangster.
Right.
Like, you better watch out. No, he better watch out. That's how it was at that time, bro. You know what I mean? And when that happened, when that incident happened with me and Cube, it was nothing to me. That's just, it fell into what you do as being in the streets at that time. That's just me. And we scrapping, bro. And something on you I need, that's just how it was going, bro.
Right.
That's what happens. You still see that to this day. Fight, jump off, dude get off the bottom of the pile. Where my watch at? Where my necklace at? That's just how stuff was, bro. Right. So, people took it crazy and stuff, but me and Cube, we kind of hammered that down. Mac 10 intervened in the middle of it and tried to squash it because I was just going everywhere with the chain on and was daring anybody to do anything. It's a lot of stuff that people don't know that when, I went to his neighborhood and told everybody in his neighborhood, bro, this true story, man, he can have his chain back. And I used to wear it all the time and didn't worry about nobody taking it from me. And I was like, he can have his chain back, bro, as long as he come back and fight me again. But Q just was like, nah, man, we gonna let that ride, you know what I mean? Right. So Mac 10 orchestrated the deal. I give Mac 10 a chain. Mac 10 tell me he gonna get me all this stuff, he gonna give me this. And it took too long to where I start pressing Mac 10 like, well, you better get my fucking chain back. And he was like, man, Solo, it wasn't yours from the jump, bro. Get my chain back or give me yours. It's gonna happen one way or the other. I'm gonna get my W back, bro. So I ended up getting paid. Mac 10 ended up taking care of me, making sure shit was straight. Then me and Cube ended up sitting down, man. Man to man, sitting down. He was filming the Jamie Foxx show and Players Club at the time. And he had these black eyes, because I didn't know I did him that bad because I spazzed out. And he had these big black glasses on. And I can remember us sitting in Jerry's Deli and he was just shaking the whole table while he was sitting there with me. And I was like, dude, calm down, man. I know you, bro.
Right.
We ain't got to go through all this, man. Let's just figure some things out. So he was inviting me to Laker game. He just wanted to make it a bond even tighter. But my loyalty to Cam was worth more than signing and make more money now.
Solo was now 55 years old, still doing his thing, and being a father and being a businessman. This will conclude this episode. If you haven't already, make sure you check out my previous episodes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.